Hey guys, it's me Bailey.
And me, Michaela.
So today's video is going to be tips and advice that you could use for school and ways to stay organized.
In any grades, not specific, middle school, elementary, well probably not elementary because we didn't have lockers or anything. I know other schools did, but we didn't.
I did.
And high school and
They
whatever.
were like partner lockers too. It was so annoying. Oh, God. Not even gonna get into that. So yeah, this is for any grade. Let's just jump right into it though. So my first suggestion is agendas. Because, do you want to take that one?
Just staying organized in general. Just so you can write everything down and keep track of things, keep track of when your classes are, or if there's a specific test coming up, or a paper due, or something like that. It's kind of helpful for staying organized as much as you forget about it throughout the year. It's probably a really helpful thing. You should probably keep on track of that because we have agendas throughout pretty much every grade from elementary to the end of high school, pretty much.
I would suggest buying your own, only because well, if you're somebody like me, the kinds that they give us, they're super small, and mine always gets ripped, and it drives me crazy because the front cover ends up coming off, and they're super small, but they do every class, so that's good. But the ones that you can buy yourself from Target, the Up and Up brand, they're really cute, and they're big enough. They look like a notebook, and it's really easy to write down everything. And if you're a YouTuber, you can write down your videos in there too, because it gives you the weekends and the full week, not just your school day. So that's good.
Another thing is I'm gonna jump into lockers organization. You can buy little table things you can put in there. You can buy little baskets to hold in all your pencils and markers and whatever you want to hold in there. And just you can put a mirror in there for cleaning up yourself, especially if you're a girl. It's helpful a lot. And yeah.
I use I don't know if you guys have a Five Below store. They're really cute. It's a girly store kinda, and they have these cute little baskets, and they look like little locker baskets, and they're called locker baskets. But I use them for my room too. And I would just put those on the top of my locker or on the bottom of my locker because we only have one little thing, but I would use one of those tables and then put it on top of the table. And I would put pens and pencils and my flash drives in there or whatever. And that's another thing. Use a flash drive because we have teachers that email us all the time, so that's something that you could use.
And also, I'm going to get into highlighters. Highlighters, I saw on TV that they have the new clear tip highlighters where you can highlight it, but you can also see right through it, so you can see what you're highlighting and what you need to jump into and stuff like that.
Use along with that is underline. And maybe you don't have highlighters, underline it. I mean, really, you have a pen, you can underline it, or a pencil, and I suggest underlining it because then you don't have to go back through and read the whole thing when you could just underline it and see what you have to know. And it's so easy to get what you need out of that paper instead of reading the whole thing twice. Something else that I suggest is use note cards or flashcards. We use those for science class, and they were really helpful. So.
Yeah, for vocabulary, just to remember the definition. Just take a specific word from the definition and match it up with the word, and you can easily remember it. That's what I taught almost all my friends to do, and what I always do. So yeah, and we're trying to speed this up a little bit because my phone's at 10% and it's gonna be really bad.
Write down when things are due. I know she said that about the agendas, but really, you need to write down when things are due. There's no better way to get ahead of the, whatever you have to do than if you don't write it down, you're not going to know that you have to study for, your science quiz coming up, or you have a math test coming up in 2 days that you need to study for. You really need to write down when, you're about to have a test, or even when homework is due, because, then you're going to show up to class and be like, oh, I didn't know we had to do that. Well, if you wrote it down, you would. So.
And I'm just going to jump in onto the next topic is bring a snack for the day. Bring like water, hide the water, hide the coffee in your locker. That's what we usually
always
do.
bring coffee.
And it actually kind of helps a lot throughout the day. We're not really allowed to have coffee and stuff because they think it's going to be something else, because some people in our school are freaking crazy. They bring alcohol.
We've had some problems at our school, so we're really like not. They're supposed to be getting metal detectors now at our school this year, and it's like, come on, people, really don't make this some place that I hate even more to go to than it already is, because come on.
But yeah, just bring a snack. I don't care how healthy.
If you do bring coffee, though, I do suggest bringing like an iced coffee, because, you know, hot coffee, it's going to get really bad really fast. Iced coffee, the ice will melt, but it'll still be cold, you know, especially if it's going to be in your locker. So that'll still stay cold, but yeah. So I'm going to jump into the next one, and I would suggest this for a lot of YouTubers too, but to use Post-its. Like, you can put them, like, I have a calendar on my wall, and, you know, I write down every day that I have something, and I just stick a little Post-it note to it and be like, well, I have a YouTube video that I have to do today, you know, or, oh, I need to study for this because that's what I have a test and my exams on. So, those are really helpful, Post-its. Anything else?
Not really, that's just kind of it.
I suggest that to buy colorful things, because like when you buy colorful supplies, it helps me stay focused and more like, oh, you know, I don't know, it just kind of puts me in like a better mood too, because if I see something that's in black and white, I'm just like, oh my god, like, kill me now. So just during the year, if you have like colorful, bright colored things, like I always have like blue stuff because that's my favorite color. It just makes me more like an upbeat mood. And then my last thing, Michaela might have some things to comment on this, is be outgoing. Don't be the person that sits in the back of the room. Like, really.
Yeah. It's kind of one of those things, like, there is, and this probably everyone's like, this doesn't happen at our school, it only happens in the movie, but there is sections of tables. Just, you can fit in anywhere, really. Like, it's not a big deal of where you fit in, just make some friends. And to be honest, because we're going to be freshmen, this pretty much happens at every school. Everybody knows that, like, older grades will, like, pick on you a little bit. Like, when we were 8th graders, we would pick on, like, the 6th graders and stuff like that. And just be prepared for that. Don't take offense to it, because they're just older kids and they just want to do that because you're smaller than them. And you're new to the school and they're about to graduate and whatever. But just don't make a big deal out of it.
And really, it might not even happen. I mean, really. I know, like, the senior class this year, like, I grew up with all those kids because that's, like, my sister and brother are in that grade. So I don't really find it happening to me or her. But there is kids that aren't as popular as a lot of kids. Like, you know, the kid that sits in the back of the room all the time. They might get picked on and they could use somebody to be their friend. And I do suggest being their friend because, I mean, maybe people pick on you for being their friend, but really, the moral of the story is you don't want to be treated like that either, so why would you treat someone like that? So, yeah. I mean, try to be as outgoing as you can because, I mean, if you're an outgoing person already, good for you. You don't have to work on it, but there's a lot of people out there that need this advice. They, you know, want to hear someone tell them that they can do it, and they can.
So, yeah. I think that's pretty much like the end of the video. Next week we're probably just gonna be doing all pretty much challenges. And
yeah, we have our baby food challenge coming up.
Yeah, and so stuff like that.
That one's gonna be a good one because we're gonna be doing. We each get to pick out 3, and that the other person that she's not gonna know about or I'm not gonna know about, and we feed it to them blindfolded and. It's gonna be really disgusting tasting, I bet. I'm not really. It's gonna be a good video, but ugh. So tune into that because it's gonna be fun. So this is the end of our video though.
And like and subscribe and comment.
Comment,
Bye.
like, subscribe. Bye.